It is March Madness time, and one of the players to watch in the tournament, one of the stars in college basketball this year, is from New Jersey, Piscataway to be specific. Jerry Carino is a reporter from the Asbury Park Press, also writes for APP.com, and you've been following this kid for a long time.
Carl Anthony Towns, from Piscataway, went to St. Joe's Metuchen High School. I have known Carl since he was in 8th grade. I think I'm the first media member he ever met. And from the first time I saw him, Larry, I knew he was going to be special.
You should be an NBA scout.
I should be. I like the side paycheck of that.
So, you know, when March Madness rolls around, we finally get to meet these kids. They do the tender stories on them. They do the personality profiles on them. What will his be?
Well, it will be that Carl has been ready for this moment. And not all 19-year-olds are ready for this type of national close-up, but Carl carries himself on and off the court in a way that sort of speaks of being a role model, which you can't always say for these big-time athletes, especially a collegian. He does the right things on and off the court, and people love him. I mean, people are attracted to him, and he's already become, in just a couple months, a fan favorite in Kentucky's basketball nation, which is hard to do.
Yeah, and for people who don't follow college basketball, Kentucky, now we're taping this show, so watch they lose a game by the time this airs. But as of the taping of this show, they could make history because there has not been an undefeated team now for a long time.
1976.
1976. The last time, what was it, Indiana?
Yes.
Went all the way through undefeated, so no other team's done that. And it's much more difficult to do now because players don't stick around. Speaking of which, this kid's going to the NBA, right?
Right, no question. I mean, he's already been sized up as a potential #2 pick in the NBA draft. You're talking $4 or $5 million from the time he signs his name. He's going to wind up somewhere. Will it be the Sixers? Will it be the Knicks? But I mean, he'll be in the NBA in the fall, and you know, he'll probably be a terrific NBA player. But first, I think he's going to enjoy this moment of the spotlight in college basketball, and why shouldn't he?
Let's move on to another topic quickly, because it's something that's near and dear to my heart, because what we're going to talk about almost happened to my high school. I went to Catholic grade school and high school, and the Archdiocese in Philadelphia went to close down my school if they didn't raise enough money. It's now happening to a very popular school in New Jersey.
Right, Modern Day Prep in Middletown. It's been there for 50 years, and it's a beloved small Catholic high school, and basically they found out in early February you have 2 months to raise $1 million or we're shutting the doors in June. So the effort was launched. The alumni are involved, and with a month to go, they're a little over halfway there. The race is on, and this is a scene we've seen play out before. And you kind of hope they make it. You're rooting for them, and we'll see what happens.
Now, how can people help?
Well, there's a website called serafund.org, so SERAPH fund, FUND.org, and that's a website where donations can be made. They're also listing several events, fundraiser events in the coming month to where you can attend and make a donation that way. So there are ways to help out, and they do need help.
And you think they're going to make it?
I have a feeling. I mean, they're on pace, the enthusiasm's high, and there's sort of a desperate air to it. So if I had to bet my money, I would bet they are, and I hope they do. Jerry
Carino, thank you so much. You can read his stuff in the Asbury Park Press and on APP.com, and watch for him in the stands at the March Madness Finals.
I'll be rooting.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. This is Jersey Matters for this week. I'm Larry Menti, and we'll see you again next week.